I just keep drinking coffee in the morning, and I just drink it, and I drink it, and it doesn't do anything. Hi, I'm Phil. Welcome to Pretty Good Cooking.
Good.
I'm here with Arthur. He's hanging out in the kitchen, and Kevin's here, and John's here, and we're making brunch. Today we're featuring Paula Deen's Piggy Pudding! And the reason we're featuring this is I had a coupon for 1 free pack of breakfast sausage from the Kroger. Now, I have a farm share with Whip Farm where I get nice breakfast sausages. I can't say no to free. I don't actually particularly like breakfast sausage. It's fine, I'd say. But I found this recipe by Googling like what to do with breakfast sausages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Only 14? The recipe calls for 16 links. That's why it was free. I would like to let everyone know, including you guys, my son now knows how to open the fridge on his own, and it's not that bad, because he doesn't really know what to do in there. One of his favorite things is to sit on the little step. Alright, we're gonna preheat the oven to 450 degrees, which seems really hot to me, so hopefully we don't burn anything. And then I'm gonna cook the sausages. Big old pan here. One of the currently worst things that Arthur does is when he sees me operate the gas stove, he comes over and says, I want to do that, and then does this, and then cries when I say, please don't do that. It's not really necessary to put oil in the pan, but I'm just gonna add a little because this nonstick is not that nonstick. Don't those look great? All right. Kevin, being a very nice gentleman, brought us some coffee beers. So we are enjoying a little bit of alcohol here in the morning. And I don't really like the flavor of this particular coffee beer. It was just a random pick, so that's not a criticism of Kevin's generosity. But I am going to, in fact, make a coffee cocktail where I have some leftover coffee from this morning that I'm gonna mix with the coffee beer to make it taste more like coffee and less like the beer. I am at a stage of parenthood where I just keep drinking coffee in the morning, and I just drink it, and I drink it. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything at all. All right, we're gonna brown our sausages. So I'm gonna scale up the recipe. The original recipe is on like a little 9x9, and now that I'm thinking about it, it might be hard to scale it up when we have fewer sausages, but I think it's fine. You know, we'll just have less sausages in it. And the reason I want to scale it up is because when I was at the store, I found Dolly Parton's cornbread mix. Look at it, it's fabulous. So I figured what could be a better combination than Paula Deen and Dolly Parton. All right.
Flavor improvement?
No.
We are going to peel, slice, and core 5 apples using top-of-the-line Amish technology, which you can see in the apple pie episode here.
Oh, it's a juicy one. Our pig wieners are done, and I am going to start assembling the casserole. So, using Dolly Parton's instructions, I need to melt 1/3 of a cup of butter. 5 1/3 tablespoons. 5 1/3? Okay, so yeah. And then I'll melt that in a bowl. I'm gonna chop the butter because I have better results that way. I don't like bake enough or melt butter enough to know how to use that setting on my microwave. I feel like it doesn't work that well. But also, I've watched Courtney explode butter in the microwave a few times, so that's got me a little worried. Melt butter. Handy helper. Handy helper. Melt butter. Okay. I do know how to use it. Alright, so while that's going, gonna put our wieners in the pan, and you can kind of visualize, you know, this is a 9x13. In a 9x13, I think this would fit pretty closely. Also, if we had 16 links instead of 14. But as you can see, I'm gonna have to like spread them out a little bit. But the idea is your wieners are the base of this gourmet casserole that we are crafting today. And honestly, you know, I think less wieners might be just fine. Okay, egg. Look, man, I'm baking just like Dolly Parton. How much milk? 1 cup. Milk, 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 milk. So I put a third of a cup of melted butter, a cup of milk, and an egg, and I'm just mixing that together. That butter was a little bit hot, so hopefully I don't cook the egg, but whatever. I don't really care. And I'm gonna mix in the mix, and that's gonna be our mix. So this is a pretty basic recipe, and we are gonna eat it with syrup, but I thought we could spice it up with some dried cranberries, cherries, and blueberries from Aldi. This is something that I got Arthur to try out as a snack, and he's not that into it. Gotta use them up. But this is, you know, this is kind of like, this adds +1 health to the, to a recipe called Piggy pudding. Okay, so the apple, it looks like more apples than we need, but since we have less sausages, maybe it'll be more healthy that way. Also, apples, unlike a ballpark hot dog, will shrink when you cook them. So there's that. If you wanted to like really go all out and make this even more decadent, you could saute the apples in some butter and maybe some like brown sugar. I think that might be pretty nice. But yeah, I'm just gonna use all the apples because we don't have another purpose for them. And then I'm gonna put my Dolly Parton cornbread on top. Thanks, Dolly. All right, immediate concern is maybe it's not enough. Maybe the casserole's too big, but maybe it'll be fine. I don't know. We'll figure it out. If it's awful, we'll just make some ramen noodles. Okay, well let's go ahead and pop that into the oven. We'll check it in 20 minutes. I mean, we'll check it before then too, but let's see what happens in 20 minutes. Please be good. All right, we'll be back. Okay, let's take a look at what we're working with. So here's 20 minutes. Looks like it could go a little bit longer, like it's a little bit soft, but we are starting to get some browning, which I think is nice. So I think I will let that go. Another 5 minutes. Let's check it in 5. We'll be back. Okay, it's been about half an hour. I set the timer to 50 minutes instead of 5, but it's okay. We just got a little brown on the top. And I think that actually will be nice in this context, because otherwise it would just be gloppy and various hues of brown and yellow. But that's definitely done. Done and set. And I think, just to be proactive, I think I might run a knife along the edge while it's still hot. And I am already regretting not greasing this. I really should have done that. That was dumb of me, but it's fine. But it looks fully cooked, looks good. We're gonna let that rest and cool. We'll be back soon. Molten fruit. Woo, ah. All right, so this cooled a little bit. It's probably still quite hot, but we're gonna serve it up and see if it came out at all. So I'm gonna use a fish spatula today. I'm gonna scoop a corner piece. And you can see, I got a couple of weenies in there. Couple of weenies. Weenies. All right, so you're supposed to serve this with syrup, and Paula Deen says you can garnish with fresh sage. What is the point of putting a fresh sage on a pile of slop? Like, I don't see the point, so I'm not gonna do that. But I do want to taste it without syrup first, just to see what we're working with. So we got like a pretty big apple layer. I'm gonna see if I can get down in there and get some sausage. It's good. It's good. So the apples are like a little firmer than I would have expected in the context. They're definitely cooked, but there's more bite to them than I would have expected. And it's good that way. I think it would have been kind of messy and gloppy. And actually the dried fruit in it really bumps up the flavor. So let's try it with syrup. I haven't opened that in a while. All right, Jesus. Yeah, this doesn't need fresh herbs. What are they gonna do? Nothing. That's the answer. Yeah, good. Very good.
With the syrup?
Mm-hmm. I mean, it basically mimics some of the flavors you often get in breakfast sausage, which are apple, maple. That's quite good. Better than expected. I think I want a little salt on mine. A little salt. I imagine that varies between cornbread mixes. Yeah. That's good. Something different. Okay.
I like it more than I thought I would. It definitely tastes like a collaboration between Paula Deen and Dolly Parton, if you can imagine what that is, which I think everyone can. I like it.
I think it tastes like healthier than I would have expected. Like I would have expected it to be, maybe it's how long we baked it, but I would have thought it to be like wetter and greasier than it is. But it's actually like, you know, it's mainly apple.
Yeah, it's good.
That's how you do it. Goodbye. Tune in next time for more content. Yes. This show is still going somehow. I feel sometimes like we're a three-wheeled machine with one wheel that is functional. And that's because John and Kevin are functional and I am negative functional. So it averages out to 1. Okay, bye-bye.